My way to St. Mary's, I went to Immaculate Heart of Mary, IHM, and then went to Gateway Science Academy, which is also known as GSA. There were a couple reasons my brother and I transferred from Immaculate Heart of Mary to GSA, and one of those reasons was a financial reason. Catholic education was just too expensive for my parents to handle at the time. And while at GSA, I had no motivation to do anything. I didn't play any sports, I didn't join any clubs, and I didn't really try and talk to a lot of people. And worst of all, I had too many missing assignments, and I never made honor roll. I really felt like I had nothing to work for, and on top of that, the teachers didn't really seem to care whether or not the students were succeeding. I went too early. When it came time for my brother Sean to go to high school, he chose to go to St. Mary's, mainly because it was close to home, and a lot of his buddies were going here. But as with most families, it was going to be difficult for my family to pay for the tuition, let alone pay for another one 2 years later. And then when it was my time to choose a high school, I also chose St. Mary's because I figured it'd be convenient for our parents since Sean already went here, and it was close to home, and a bunch of my old and some of my new friends were going here. Little did I know this was going to be one of the best decisions I would make. And us being able to attend St. Mary's is made possible due to the financial aid programs we have that are supported by events such as this gala tonight, and from donations from people like you. During my time at St. Mary's, I have done more in 4 years than I ever did my 5 years at GSA. I played baseball for the last 4 years. I've been on the leadership team for 3 years. I represented St. Mary's at the Archdiocesan high school nights. I have even become involved with the school plays, which is certainly something I never thought would have happened. Most importantly, I've been much more successful academically. Over 4 years, I've made the Renaissance, I've earned better grades, and I've done almost all of my assignments, and my GPA is higher than it has ever been. This, in turn, has helped me get accepted into college and receive a generous scholarship from Maryville University. Now, you may be wondering why I'm listing off all these things I've accomplished. And I'm just mentioning these accomplishments because I believe they most likely would not have happened if I had stayed at GSA. Like I said earlier, I had no motivations and teachers didn't really care whether or not I succeeded. However, at St. Mary's, it's the complete opposite. Teachers are more than happy to stay after school to help with the homework. They care for our success, and they don't want us to take this opportunity for granted. There was a time in my freshman English class when everybody was kind of slacking off and joking around and getting out of hand, typical freshmen being freshmen things. And our teacher, Miss Hendricks, was getting a little frustrated. Why wouldn't she? She has a bunch of freshmen. When she got our attention, she told us something that I remember for the rest of my high school days. She said, "I don't know if you guys realize this, but your parents are making a huge sacrifice to send you guys here. I just want you to keep that in mind and don't waste this great opportunity you have to attend this school." And from that day forward, everybody was working harder and behaving better, not just in that class, but every one of their other classes. One moment during my time here at St. Mary's that really opened a lot of doors for success for me was when Ms. Sullivan was looking for a new high school presenter, and my old ec teacher, Mr. Ezeka, recommended me. I did not hear about this until Mrs. Sullivan called me into her office and asked if I was willing to do it. I said yes, and the rest is history. If I did not accept that offer, there's no way I would be in the leadership program, I would not be as social as I am today, and I certainly wouldn't have had everyone in the school, including Mr. England, personally asking me to do the school play. And I wouldn't even be doing this talk if it wasn't for that very moment. Lastly, I just want to thank you all for being so generous and giving not just me and my brother, but all my buddies around me a chance to do something great by supporting St. Mary's and providing financial aid. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.